Ever wonder how much cash is in Circa Sports owner Derek Stevens' wallet? $5,000, $10,000, $100,000. Circa Sports is giving you the chance to win a piece of Derek's wallet.
Whose idea was this?
Win your share of $100,000. Simply bet $100 and earn 1 share. Bet $500 and earn 2 shares. Visit circasports.com for details.
I'm going to need a bigger wallet.
I'm Chris Williams. Join me weekly for the CW Pod on Iowa Everywhere, where I do a lot of sports business, the business of college sports, breaking down college football, and of course, intriguing interviews as well, weekly on Iowa Everywhere.
Murph and Andy, talking sports and more, exclusively on Iowa Everywhere. From the Channel Seed Studios, here are Keith Murphy and Andy Fales.
Well, Christmas Eve is 1 week from today. Welcome to Murph and Andy. Last night on the news, I just couldn't, in my mind, get where Christmas was. So where it fell on the calendar. I know it's approaching, but I wasn't sure of the day. So Samantha Mesa and I asked Ed, and Ed said it was Wednesday. And that brought strong reaction from people. No, it's Thursday.
You guys couldn't help him out there.
No,
because you didn't know.
I just went, okay, yeah. Thursday or Wednesday, that close, but it's Thursday, so I got an extra day to get some shopping done.
Yeah, this is like the best part of the Christmas season, right? I mean, you're not to Christmas yet. You're close enough that you can just go full bore, Christmas tie, Christmas, shopping, Christmas decorations. I mean, everything.
It's probably too late to order things online, so hopefully you're pretty much done with shopping.
Yeah, online shopping at least. You can definitely still go out to stores and stuff. But it always bumps me out when we get to Christmas and it's over. I've always felt that way. I don't think I ever won't. But when you get the best, it's funny. The best part of the Christmas season kind of isn't Christmas Day.
My favorite's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. It's like because it's still coming, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's still you're still not quite there yet. The anticipation is still building. So I'm trying to live it up this week. I got a good Christmas plaid tie I'm going to wear on the air tonight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You should wear that outfit you tended bar at your party last weekend. That would be a hit.
That wool vest. Yeah. That's my Christmas vest.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah, it's a really good looking vest. My mom bought that for me. My dad had a Christmas vest that he would pull out every year for a Christmas party. He died and we searched everywhere for that vest. I have no idea what happened to it. No one can find it. My brother and I are both really disappointed that it just vanished. I mean, there are a few things in my dad's that only he probably knows the answer. And of all the stuff that we were able to ask him before he died, there were a few things that we couldn't get to, and that was one of them. That should have been higher on the list, clearly. Where's the vest? But we can't find it, so I had to go get my own.
I'm several years removed from my dad dying, and I still fight I need to call my dad and ask that. Or, I think my dad would love this movie. I should let him know. Or my mom. It's just, I don't know when that goes away. Also, it's not really in the Christmas spirit here to be having this conversation, but when someone dies, do you delete them from your contacts on your phone? Because I don't.
No, well, I don't really delete anybody. I just have it forever. My dad didn't have a cell phone, so I don't have to worry about that with him. But I mean, it's a pain. Some of the other things are kind of a pain. I mean, if they had an email address and there's still important emails coming there, or they had an Amazon account, that kind of bank account, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's hard to clean up after somebody passes away because they're the only ones that had access to that, or they knew some piece of a password and you don't. They didn't pass that on. That's not easy.
It's not. And I was doing a little scrolling through contacts because I needed to get a hold of somebody. And I was just going by I was seeing person after person no longer with us and thinking, should I remove these people from my contact list? But it feels like I'm cutting off some kind of tie. AD, what do you do?
I just leave people ever.
I think that's what I'm going to do too.
They're like old coworkers.
I don't think I can do it.
I'm sure like the numbers have all changed, but anymore since they just transfer everything from your phone to the next phone, you don't really have to deal with culling anything. So yeah, if you're in my phone, you're in there forever.
In there for life. Contacts for life. Guest House Tavern and Oyster in West Des Moines sets the table for sports and more here on a Wednesday. Coming up, Bowl or Troll. It's the fun new game that's sweeping the nation. Now it's just on our podcast. Diego Napoleon and Mr. Movie joins us later in the show. That's all coming up. Guest House Tavern and Oyster has nightly specials, including Wednesday's Walleye Wednesday, and it is a perfect place to go on a winter's eve for a little dinner or cocktails, either one. Right now, high or low since the last show.
Presented by Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax.
You'll find them at wealthcharterretirement.com. Advice, help with planning, just maybe somebody that you need to bounce something off. You're making an investment or making a big purchase. Tim Hawkins and company do all of that kind of stuff there at Wealth Charter. It hit me last night as I was talking to Ed Wilson. I mean, we've kind of taken all the snow for granted. Like, there's no way that, with all this winter we've had, that somehow or another it would, pull up on the rains and melt before Christmas, right? I mean,
Melted
we got a
fast.
White Christmas guaranteed. No, brown Christmas guaranteed. We can see far enough out now with a 7-day forecast. There's no way that any of Iowa is going to have a white Christmas. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure like Minnesota and Wisconsin are going to have them. It's
no one dreams of a brown Christmas.
What a terrible song that would be. Bing Crosby,
Yeah.
Dreaming of a Brown Christmas. I mean, that sounds like something completely different.
Yeah, it does.
Unless
you're in Cleveland.
Yeah, right, unless you're in Cleveland. So I don't know. I mean, we've kind of had our fill of snow and all that comes with it. And we've seen all our outdoor Christmas decorations with the snow. And when this kind of dawned on me, I had Kahala run out and quick take some pictures of our house all decorated with the snow all around, looking real pretty. But by the time we actually hit the day, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day next week, it's just going to be brown. It's going to be it'll be in the 40s, maybe in the 50s. I think Ed said might hit the 50s, which is crazy. But then again, it does suck to travel with snowy roads. I was reminded of that over the weekend. I mean, that's hairy. That's no fun at all. You either can you imagine crashing on the way to your destination at Christmas?
I'm sure it happens.
I mean, the gifts all over the highway. I'd be in my plaid Christmas vest, hiking along the side of the road with a gas can, or just trying to flag somebody down for help.
Yeah, we just had the 16-year anniversary of that time Cody and I went on that epic Christmas adventure that had a little bit of everything. Running out of gas, stuck in the snow, pushing a guy that was stuck in the snow out, and he was completely baked. A guy dying in front of us in line at Walmart.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah, waiting to see, do we still check out? What do we do? Is it rude to still get the purchases? finally taking the gas can, getting some gas, going over to get the gas. As fate would have it, credit card machine not working that night. So we're scraping up pennies and nickels and quarters. Got like 87 cents worth of gas, hoping that was enough to get home. Yeah, it was kind of like that, but it was not Christmas Eve. That'd be a worse time to have all that happen.
Yeah, or just, any kind of trip, whether it's a couple of days before Christmas or after, you got all the gifts in the car and the family all loaded up, and then you spin out and go into the ditch and you're just stuck. Oh God, that would be horrible. So we don't have to worry about that this year. I mean, that is the upside, couple of upsides. We've already had plenty of white, and we've seen all that, and everything was pretty. And then we also have been reminded how much it sucks to drive out there in snow and ice and all that good stuff. Won't have to worry about that. We will have a good Christmas to be on the, like by this time next week, everything will probably be dry, right? I mean, it won't have any melting or puddles, or the yard probably won't be all soggy.
We'll just all be in that countdown to the ReliaQuest Bowl. Just
yeah, right.
Getting ready for that. Who needs the college football playoff? I'm going high as well, and I'm going high with something I've come to believe in more and more each year, and that's, not just buying somebody a gift because, it's gift exchange time, I got to get something, but like giving someone something when you know that they'll really enjoy it. And behind me on the wall is I have a illustration autograph that Eric Herman with Iowa Everywhere, he gave it to me, and it's Johnny Bench. Like he watches and listens to the show. He knows Johnny Bench was my sports hero, and somewhere he saw that and he got it for me, framed it, and it's now on the wall. Love that. Example number 2, also someone who works at Iowa Everywhere. Chris Williams got me Doc Holliday's bourbon. Look at that beauty. Like, I don't need any more bourbon at this point because so much has been brought, but the top of the cap bullets. Those are bullets. Now, I don't know if this aged 7-year bourbon is any good. I don't know how Williams.
Well, you can't
found
drink it. No, you can't drink it. You got to leave the bottle. No, that's a display bottle right there.
That is
every
good
bar's got a bunch of those. Yeah, you can't drink that.
Yeah, I almost want to put it under the Doc Holliday, Val Kilmer autograph poster that Russell got me. Another example of just getting somebody, you see something and think, oh man, he'd love that. So I really appreciate it. Andy, what the hell is going on with you? I feel like I'm talking to the top of your head today. What's so distracting?
Text messages coming in, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we
all right.
Got some house repairs going on. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm listening.
All right,
Friday. You don't need my full attention.
I'd like it though. It helps me. It helps me feel like I'm not going off the rails. Friday, we're live at Boulder House in Ankeny. It's on
the Boulder
Southeast
Tap.
Delaware.
The Boulder Tap House. Yes,
Boulder
right.
Tap House.
Yeah,
Missed the
they
word.
Don't sell
tap.
boulders. They sell beer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Boulder House would only have boulders. It would just be a big store full of boulders and probably not real successful. Boulder Tap House, different story. What can we expect? I've never been there. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I think this is the building where Old Chicago used to be in Ankeny, for right across the street from Carl Chevrolet, right off the highway. It's really easy to find, very convenient. So we would love to have a crowd join us there as we see it for the first time. Maybe other people could check it out for the first time and get up to Ankeny. If Ankeny is Jen's from Ankeny, we expect to see you there.
Yeah, expect to see you there. And I feel like this Friday is kind of the ramp into Christmas lack of production. Like from this Friday afternoon, maybe people are working in the morning, but after lunch Friday, I don't think a whole hell of a lot gets done in the next week anywhere.
No, that's cutout Friday, right? I mean, that's where the holiday week begins. Right there, begins early. I imagine there are a lot of places that just decided to not even have work on Friday, which is good for us.
Yeah, it is. My wife Jenny, her where she works, they don't work between Christmas and New Year's. That's smart because what gets done then anyway? We'll be working though. I'm working Christmas. What are you doing on the holidays?
I have Christmas week off. Well, starting
Nice.
on Monday, I've got it off. Yeah, I do.
All right.
Everybody else is taking their vacation this week.
Oh, yeah.
At Channel 13, so it's thin.
It does get thin around the holidays. We understand why. All right, here's the buzz on a Wednesday.
The Buzz. Brought to you by Logier Heating and Cooling.
Logier Heating and Cooling, busy this week, busy all winter, proudly serving the Des Moines metro community for 120 years. But as we heard from one of our viewers last week, you call them, they'll make time to come and help. So keep Logier in.
They were at my house today.
Heating and cooling thoughts. Okay, that's a really fast example.
Yeah, tweaking our furnace with it has a condensate pump, which they didn't put in. Somebody else did several years ago, and it's given us trouble ever since. And they fixed it today, so it's all done.
Oh, one of our neighbors in our new location here had a pipe burst, and they're snowbirds, so they're gone to the south. They left just like a week ago, and
they call you?
Oh my gosh, there are a couple of vans out front and they said the process of what it was, it takes weeks, if not months, to get it completely fixed when the water goes that widespread. That sounds awful. Ugh.
Oh yeah. I've known
burst.
people that have had that happen before, and they're gone and they come home to the water still running, and just a flood in their house. Oh God, I can't even. It's hard to picture anything worse.
Well, bowl games are dying. Everything outside the college football playoffs is dying. It's on because it's still a television show for ESPN, and I still watch some of them. But it's like last rites have been read. You can see that it's going to die, but there's still some people in denial. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. Like, Andy, I know this happened to you. You've been to a bar or restaurant, and just because of the service or the vibe in there, or they couldn't figure out what they wanted to be or anything, you just know right then, you're like, this place is going to be closed in a couple of months. They may not know it yet, but this isn't going to make it. There's just something missing. And the bowl games have been dying for years, but it's kind of reached the tipping point when you have multiple teams, including Iowa State, opt to not even go to the bowl, and for different reasons. Iowa State lost its football coach, its staff, and will lose some of its players. But Notre Dame, turned down the Pop-Tarts Bowl, which is kind of the one bowl that seems to excite people outside the playoff these days. You have all that going on. Then the opt-outs, like Nebraska's running back, Emmett Johnson. He's out because he's opting for the NFL draft. That's happening everywhere. Last year, Iowa State playing in that Pop-Tarts Bowl. Cam Ward doesn't play the second half of a close ball game because he's in the NFL draft. So just for many, many reasons, it's just hard to get anybody to care. I think the Iowa Hawkeyes care more than most, but it's they have to blow it up and figure out what they're going to do. It's not working anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be a few examples of a team that fans would like to see more of, and could pull off another bowl game like the Hawkeyes this year. Or the Cyclones absolutely would have been in that situation had Matt Campbell stayed. Also, where the fans wanted to see another game and they would have traveled to do it, and you have that.
Yep.
But those, I think those situations are too few and far between. And we didn't. Who knows what would have happened if Matt Campbell had stayed? He might have still lost a number of players or some assistants, and it just makes it that much more difficult to prepare for a bowl game. And then we all know that as coaches prepare for the bowl games, they're also saddled with the responsibility of trying to keep all of their players in that exact same time. Mm-hmm. We've heard coaches complain about that, how difficult that is in the past, and it's understandable. But, nostalgia is not enough to keep something alive, right? Keep a business alive. It's enough to keep little things alive, your decorations or something, but a business has to function based on supply and demand.
Sure.
And the bowl games are leaking out of both ends. I mean, supply and demand. You don't have a supply of players. That's falling.
Stadiums are mostly empty.
Yeah, and you've got fans who just care less and less about bowl games. And if you get the wrong team sent to the wrong bowl in the wrong year, you get a real tepid response to a bowl bid. Oh, you look terrible, and these bowls have been looking that way. So I mean, they've got to hit the restart. They've got to strip it down. But I mean, again, this is attached to the entire college football situation right now. I mean, it's
lack of oversight, leadership,
planning. I mean,
accountability.
Yeah. I mean, there's a balance of power that's way off right now. There's
nobody in charge.
There's nobody in charge. You've just got, players doing whatever they want, coaches doing whatever they want, other players affected by all that stuff, other coaches affected by all that, fans ultimately, of course, affected by all that. So it's just that there is not a maintainable business model there for bowl games, and really everything that powers them now is either nostalgia, or it's the rare occurrences where you have a good situation of a fan base and a team that want to play another game, want to see another game, and their players and coaches are intact.
Well, let's use this opportunity of the bowls and the lack of importance they have in most of our lives now. There are two groups that really still care about bowls, and one is ESPN, and the other is gamblers, because it gives them something to wager on in December. And I'll watch a bowl game. I haven't watched any yet, but let's play a game of bowl or troll. You throw out some names, much like Derby horse or weed strain, and AD and I try to guess if this is actually the name of a bowl that is in existence right now, or maybe the past. Andy, did you just go with current bowls or
current bowls this year?
Just current bowls this year.
Because
okay.
I think what really jumps out at you, and this has been a process that's been progressing along for the past several years, where it used to be that the bowl games just were the Sun Bowl and the Liberty Bowl, and they stood alone with those names, and that was enough.
Knew the names, sure.
And
Blue
then,
Bonnet Bowl.
Then it would be the Sun Bowl brought to you by Alamo, and or whatever. It was a subtle naming right that was attached to it, and then it became front and center. Right? I mean, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. I mean, you never saw just the Fiesta Bowl. Tostitos was all over it. But it was big name brands, right? I mean, big brands, big insurance companies, car companies, foodstuffs that everybody knew that were common household words.
This one's for all the Tostitos.
Yeah, but a lot of them started, they would just do the top bowls, and then the big name brands weren't interested in these smaller bowls, and then they also have been adding bowls, right? They've been adding bowls that never used to exist before. Yeah,
just to fill out more hours, get more coaches, bowl bonuses.
So what you've got, the result is a bunch of bowl games with sponsors you've never heard of, games you've never heard of, with sponsors you've never heard of, and some of the sponsors sound made up.
Yeah, I didn't know what ReliaQuest was. I had to look it up because that's what used to be the Outback Bowl. That's cybersecurity.
Yeah, but of course it's not the Outback Bowl anymore, because the only reason it was the Outback Bowl is because Outback Steakhouse sponsored the bowl.
And you had that epic, what was it, bloomin' onion versus something
coconut
shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, we kind of got used to that, but they bailed out of that. Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you the name of a bowl game from this year, and you tell me if it's real or made up.
Or you're trolling.
Okay. Or I'm just trolling you. Okay. The Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. Is there one of those?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
There is not. I made that up.
Really?
Yeah.
I was okay. That sounds like the most logical name for a bowl game these days there could be.
Yeah.
And AD practically lives at Buffalo Wild
right.
Wings.
The Game Above Bowl.
Game Above Bowl. What does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying
like
no.
a game played in heaven? The game above? That makes no sense, so I'll say it is a bowl.
It is a bowl. There is a Game Above Bowl.
What, a game above what?
That is Central Michigan versus Northwestern in Detroit.
Oof.
In Detroit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the old Pizza Bowl.
The Little Caesars Bowl.
All right.
Who knows?
Game Above is a privately held global investment company.
There you go.
Okay, the Staff DNA Cure Bowl.
Troll.
No, yeah, that's not real.
It is real.
What?
Staff DNA Cure Bowl is coming up. It's Old Dominion versus South Florida in Orlando.
Staff DNA?
It's actually tonight.
Proceeds go to cure staph infection.
It's tonight on ESPN.
Okay.
The Mizrahi's Appliance Hawaii Bowl.
That's a bowl.
That's no way. That's real.
Mizrahi's Appliance was in St. Louis when I was growing up, and Steve Mizrahi would come out and be like, "You what? I got what? Anything you want, I got it. Okay, what do you want over here? Well, Whirlpool washer and dryer, pair for $599. You want it? You got it."
Yeah, Mizrahi's Appliance is too in the Andes growing up wheelhouse.
Add
for
that.
to
I
be
should
real.
have. The name should have been the clue.
Yeah.
Well, you want a Frigidaire top freezer refrigerator for $423? You got it. The Mike's Hot Honey Fenway Bowl.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real because I know what Mike's Hot Honey is. I know Fenway. It must be played at Fenway Park. I'm going bowl.
I made that up. It is actually the Wasabi
Jeez.
Fenway Bowl.
I'm right now. AD,
Wasabi,
we are-
like the chain of sushi joints, like from here
Yeah,
in,
right.
in Des Moines.
That's how low it's gotten.
What? Yeah.
We are way below our percentage on Derby horse or weed strain.
We
Like this is really. This is how ridiculous these names are. We're not doing well at all.
The Bucked Up LA Bowl hosted by Gronk.
I'm afraid that's real.
I have to abstain or just disclose. I know there is a game attached to Gronk. Mm-hmm. The rest
I think a lot of
it-
people know that. Yeah. Is that what it's called?
No, I don't believe this is. I would not
believe it
believe
is
this
the-
is what
the
it's called.
Bucked Up Bowl.
It is, and it already happened, as a matter of fact.
It's called the Bucked Up Bowl.
Bucked Up LA Bowl hosted by Gronk. Already happened. It was on Saturday.
Okay.
Boise State and Washington.
Who won? I don't know.
No.
Washington won.
The Planters D's Nuts Bowl.
Nope.
That's a troll. Please tell me that's a troll. Although I would order a hat today.
I did make that up, but I mean it should be, right?
Yeah. It would have the kind of rare interaction that you get these days, like the Pop-Tarts Bowl. We know from Iowa State being there, like this is the bowl game that a lot of people still care about. D's Nuts would do that.
And it's only because Pop-Tarts has worked hard and putting their branding out there and making it kind of fun.
Yep.
I don't know that makes the game any better at all. It just gives it a handle, right? Something that you can grab onto it with. The Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans.
Yeah, that's too dumb to be made up. I think that's real.
I'm really wobbling here by how badly I'm doing, and Andy's good at this. But did you say bowl of beans?
The Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans.
I know there was a Boca Raton something. I'm going to say this. AD, what'd you go with?
I'm going real. I think it's real.
Real there.
It's too dumb to be fake.
I just can't see them saying bowl of beans. I'll go troll.
It's real. It is real. Yeah, it's coming up. When is it coming up? It is coming up on Tuesday, Toledo versus Louisville. Okay, so we have the Bush's Boca Raton bowl of beans. How about the Kohler Toilet bowl of used beans?
All right, that's a troll. That's a troll. Finally, I got one.
All right. Andrew, you think that's
Yeah,
a
I
troll?
think
All
it-
right, okay,
yeah.
that's a troll. Yeah, fine. The rate bowl.
That's real. That's
Yeah.
real. I think that might have been what Iowa State was going to. That might be why it seems so real to me.
Why they canceled?
Is it in Phoenix?
What the hell is it? It is real. It's in Phoenix, New Mexico versus Minnesota.
Yeah, that was going to be Iowa State, Minnesota, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been good. Game.
The Square One Bowl.
Square One. Square One. What is Square One?
Nah, this is one of those that Andy slides in there that feels real, but it's not jokey. I think this is a troll.
I think it's a bowl.
I made that up. Okay, good job, Andrew.
God, he's like an artist.
The Joel Osteen Megachurch Tax Exempt Bowl.
That's great.
Could be a bowl, but
In Houston.
That's a brilliant troll.
that's a troll.
Yeah, all right, you got me there. It is a troll.
Tax
Yeah,
exempt.
okay. All right.
Guy's worth like $100 million or something, just out there.
The
tax
church pays
exempting his
no
ass off.
taxes. Are ridiculous. That's a total business. The OnlyFans wait until you see the Trophy Bowl.
I hope that's real, but I think it's a troll.
That's a troll, but gosh, this would be popular, especially with young college students.
I made that up. Okay.
You see the trophy.
And here we go. We'll end on this. The New Orleans So Meaningless Nobody Wanted to Sponsor It Bowl.
Well, someone, Cy-Fan says, I need to go the opposite of what I'm thinking, which is a good point, because I'm basically hitting at about 20% tops. That's a troll.
That's a troll.
Nope, that's real. I added the little the middle part, but it's just called the New Orleans Bowl. Yeah, they couldn't get a sponsor. Nobody gives a shit about it, so it's just the New Orleans Bowl.
It's just, guess where? It's in New Orleans.
It's Western Kentucky versus Southern Miss on Tuesday at 5:30 on ESPN.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's really good. Nice job.
that's crazy.
everybody but me.
I love this. Tom says Snoop Dogg Bowl is followed by the Doritos Bowl. There
Makes sense.
is a Snoop Dogg Bowl. I figure you guys already knew that one though.
The Joel Osteen Bowl is my favorite. Osteen. Right?
Osteen, yeah.
Osteen.
Yeah. What's the Snoop Dogg Bowl? Again?
OnlyFans
the Snoop Dogg
football
Arizona Bowl.
Football fetish bowl from OnlyFans. Some good ones. And yeah, you're right, Cy-Fan. Should have gone the other way on that. Iowa is in the ReliaQuest Bowl. That's cybersecurity. It's the Hawkeyes and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a team just on the edge of the college football playoff. Didn't get in at 10-2, rated 14th. Iowa's, 22nd or 23rd at this point. And Heisman Trophy runner-up Diego Pavia, who turned many off with his bad sportsmanship. We think he'll play. Andy, we had this debate a long time with Cam Ward last year.
Yeah, to cut my finger off last year.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It actually landed somewhere in the middle, though. He played the first half, and then in a tight
and
ball
then when
game,
they needed him,
he just
he
shut
was
it down
out.
and didn't play the second half. But Pavia is not a projected first-round draft
How's
pick.
Cam Ward even done this year? I haven't looked at him.
I mean, he's
at
on a
all.
really bad team.
Yeah.
So he's been up and down, more down than up, but the Titans are terrible. So look at this Heisman Trophy photo if you're watching. If not, I'll describe it for you. You have Jeremiah Love, who is listed at 6 feet tall. Then you have the winner, Fernando Mendoza, who's listed at 6'5". Then you have Diego Pavia, who's listed at 6 feet. And then you have Julian Sayin, who's listed at 6'1". So, again, if you're looking at the photo, 6 feet, 6'5", 6 feet, 6'1". Andy, one of these things does not fit the program. One of these people.
I don't think that's the correct height for any of these guys.
I would say they usually push everybody up 1 inch.
Yeah, Mendoza's probably 6'4".
Love looks tall. Of course, camera angle can mess with this, but Jeremiah Love,
he looks taller than 6'1".
He's listed at 6 feet tall. He's listed the same as Pavia. They're both at 6.
You're always the best at short people trying to pass off as taller than they are. What is Pavia's height?
He's actually taller than he looks because he's surrounded by people in everyday life.
I know.
You just lose the scale.
Yeah, he's by his lineman all the time.
Yeah,
How tall is he really?
He's 5'8".
I think that low.
I think he'll measure at the combine at 5'8", maybe 5'8.5", depending on how thick his socks are.
5'8 and 3/8 or something. They get that stupid fraction to just be able to say that he's over 5'8".
He definitely isn't 6 feet tall, and he's absolutely shorter than I am. Now, Julian Sayin over on the right, 6'1", he's at least 3 inches. He's stooping over, and he's at least 3 inches taller than Pavia, who is really fun to watch and a great football player for 6 years in the college game. It'll be interesting to see not only how he plays against Iowa's defense, but just whether people, there have been so many people upset with his behavior.
Yeah.
Like, do people watch this just hoping Iowa shuts him down and shuts him up? I don't know.
Well, I think Cy-Fan has got a good point here. I mean, it's kind of the Diego Save My Reputation Bowl, or the
I think back.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some work to do in this game, or at least get people thinking about my football prowess again, and not my personality or whatever, not what I said and did. And sometimes it's that adds a lot to the entertainment factor when there's somebody out there that's talented and has got something to prove. You could be in for an interesting football game.
And the game has changed so much. I mean, Doug Flutie at around that same height, maybe a little bit taller than Pavia. He won the Heisman Trophy, and that was such a talking point, so much so that he went up to the CFL for a long time and was great up there. It was just like, he's too short to play quarterback in the NFL. But that has changed, and for many different reasons. If you're accurate and you can do a pre-read at the line of scrimmage and figure out the defense, the way things are set up now, you can play at 5'10". You can play at 5'11" in the NFL. Drew Brees was maybe 6 feet tall, and he was great.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he was great. I mean, Doug Flutie was a once in a lifetime talent. I mean, he was an incredible player, athlete. Remember when he would do the drop kick in Buffalo too? Like, how the hell do you know how to do that?
Yeah, it was like Niall Kinnick's day.
Yeah, I mean, he came back to the NFL at Buffalo. He was a great player. I mean, he was legitimately a great quarterback at that point. I think that for the most part, the shorter quarterbacks don't work out. You have those exceptions to the rule, but there's some things that make sense, right? I mean, these guys are so big, it's difficult for these guys to see downfield with these monster linemen in front of them and monster defenders coming at them. That makes logical sense. But these guys have been short their whole lives, and they've had to make up for it. They've had to live with themselves that height. So they tend to be phenomenal athletes that, excel in other parts of the game that their bigger counterparts haven't had to worry about. So, and it's not that it can't work out. The question is, how much of a chance will he get, and with which NFL team?
Oh, Diego Pavia finishing as the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy, having Vanderbilt right there near the college football playoff. These are highly unlikely things to happen 5 years ago, before, because some things have balanced out, and instead of it all going a different direction. We now have some Indianas and some Vanderbilts out there. And some of that is brought on by no sitting out after transferring and transfer and play immediately. Some of it is NIL balance, that some of these schools that have a surprising amount of money, like a Texas Tech or an Indiana, they can pay players. So some things have gotten better. Many things have gotten worse. And we just pointed that out about these bowl games where they're becoming, just the player movement right now as the portal opens in early January. You're both bracing for who's leaving and excited to see who's coming in. So there's a lot in play here. Let's get a quickie poll from WCI Pools and Spas in Ames and Urbandale. And AD, interested to see your answer to this because there are some pluses and minuses.
Yeah, do you feel more or less connected to your favorite college teams than you did 5 years ago? More or less or the same? For me, it's less. If you go back 10 years, it's probably more just due to social media and the amount of content that you can consume about your team and from your program. But it's really with the player movement thing. You don't know who's going to be on your team from year to year, especially in basketball. You don't really grow with these players the way you used to. You see them as a freshman, get in a couple of times. As a sophomore, they're a role player. As a junior, they're a starter. As a senior, they're a star. That just doesn't really happen as often anymore. And so every year, you kind of get further and further away from the team. So yeah, I'm going to say less than 5 years ago.
I'm going to have to say less, just kind of on a technicality. I mean, I think you have to draw the distinction between, the connection to the team and to the school. My school, Drake, has been great at basketball, men's and women's, over the past 5 years. And I feel more connected, right? I mean, I'm really proud and I'm really much more interested because of the success they've had. But in this team, absolutely not. I don't know this team yet. I mean, they're all new, and
you really do get both sides of this. You're a good example of somebody gets both. You see the benefit of when the right coach and players transfer in. You can have a great season like Drake men's basketball did last year, and then you also get the kick in the teeth transfers that not only the coach but all the players can leave.
Yeah, and when we had Darren DeVries here and Tucker DeVries and, a number of those players we saw for a number of years, felt really connected to those guys, right? I mean, you'd covered them for a while. You knew their personalities. You got to look forward to next year, and then they were back the next year. I mean, a number of those players were there for 5 years, right? I mean, they were there for Drake a long time, longer than I was there. So to have the latest situation where we've had two completely brand new teams in back-to-back years, I mean, it's hard to argue that you're more connected to that team, even though last year's team was phenomenal under Ben McCollum. Didn't really get to know those guys.
Right.
Didn't get the chance. If they were all here now, I'd 100% feel more connected. But the player movement, there's no way that doesn't have an effect on fans.
You can interact on YouTube. The email is Murph_Andy at iowaeverywhere.com. On X, it's Murph_Andy. That's where the quickie poll is, and it is all powered by Cellular Advantage, now serving customers of U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile at all 35 locations. So, yeah, look for my son, Cade. He's going by Cellular Advantage instead of Heartland Tire and Auto for a change. He needs a new phone. Some more hot topics. Andy, did you see last night on the news, did you pay attention to the atmosphere at Waukee Northwest? David Warrington, WHO 13, shot this video. This looks nothing like my high school gym did. I mean, it's full. Everybody's completely into it. Now, it is number one against number two, and it is a crosstown rivalry.
Right. It's got all the elements, but then it's a brand new gym. It's beautiful.
It is.
The lighting makes such a difference. I'm sure those are Musco lights inside there, too, because they've got them outside the football stadium, and that's so cool. But yeah, anytime you can do like a light show inside with a full crowd and a game of that magnitude, boy, you can really add to it. Yeah, I mean, it was really a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah, David said you could really feel the sports rivalry, the sports hate in the place too, and that always happens as the years go on. We've been here long enough to remember when Ankeny and Centennial said they would never. A lot of the parents say, we'll never be rivals. We're all coming from the same place. And, we'll always be respectful and support each other. And you heard some of that too when Northwest first started, and a lot of kids transferred over there. Some coaches went over there too. It was like, no, we all started at Waukee. We're all in the same
think the
community.
moment those coaches left, though, in both cases, Ankeny and Waukee, the moment those coaches left, we're like, okay, gloves are off.
It's on now. It's on now. The NBA Cup champion is the New York Knicks. Yeah.
What?
This is the Knicks' first championship since, 73? It's the NBA.
Faces say it all.
The NBA Cup championship. This feels to me like something the NBA is really trying to force on people, and it's just not catching on. I don't know. Maybe it is. AD, are you invested in this as a Lakers fan?
I wouldn't say I'm invested. I think it's too early to call it a failure yet. I mean, we're three seasons in. I do think it provides something at this point in the year. And the NBA season is way too long. So to actually put something in here where there's something on the line, I think does help. I don't think the courts help. I think this is dumb. I think the more gimmicky you make it, the worse it is.
I kind of like the courts just for a little bit, but I get that they look like a cartoon.
It's the thing, they don't feel like real games. It feels like an all-star game, and that's not what it's supposed to be. But hey, it gives the Knicks a chance to raise a banner, and that's probably the only way they'll get to do it. So
this would be like the what banner has been made fun of around maybe the Iowa's Music City Bowl when they didn't play the game.
Yeah, Iowa has the Music City Bowl banner when the game wasn't played.
Wasn't Iowa's fault though. It was Missouri that pulled out, but yeah,
that's still dumb. You got enough real banners to haul up. You can.
Yeah, the Lakers having a cup championship banner in their rafters alongside the most iconic player jerseys of all time. As many real championship banners as anybody. It's kind of ridiculous.
Is that up in the rafters?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It's Wednesday. Rafters.
It's Murph and Andy. Let's get some more.
Let's do it.
But wait, there's more from Either Or Eatery and Patio.
You will see them long before you arrive at Either Or at 6222 Grand Avenue right now. All decorated outside, all decorated inside. It is tinsel with a special full cocktail menu for the holidays and a number of new entrees on the regular food menu as well. Enjoy yourself there. Busy there every night, but they move through. They got a lot of servers. They still have great service. The Bears are in first place in the NFC North, and they have won their last 5 games in a row at home.
Man.
That win streak, though, may be partially due to season ticket holder Mike Schaefer, who has sneaked in a bag of spaghetti during each of those wins. And he usually eats it at halftime, but he said at the last game against the Browns, so stinking cold, he said he got hungry too early and broke it open.
The ski goggles.
We probably didn't want it to freeze. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that can't be warm at all at this point, right?
No.
Where did he put it in his pants? Please tell me he didn't put it in his pants.
It may be his coat, but
wrong meatball.
He had to have put it somewhere deep how much security tap down can you do when it's this cold?
Nah, not much at all. I mean, it's kind of genius though, because you can go get a fork up at the concession stand, right? So you don't have to worry about bringing that in. But I mean, it's not like a sandwich that you're going to smash the bread or something. I mean, in spaghetti, we all know is good, cold or hot. Doesn't really matter what temperature you eat spaghetti.
I guess I greatly prefer it hot, like I'm sure most people.
Well, I'm sure everybody.
But if you need a carb load there, do it.
Well, you do. You're burning all those calories in the cold. Baltimore cyclist Barnaby Wickham. Sounds like somebody who rides a bike a lot. He is, as he's been riding around Baltimore. He's an avid cyclist. He kept rolling by, hubcaps that had fallen off cars, so he started collecting them a while ago, just early last year. Started collecting them, and he's now got more than 700, and he started making art with them. Makes things like Christmas wreaths, a giant fish, a big Snoopy head, and people are just really impressed that he could do this. What do you think? You like the hubcap art here by of Barnaby Wickham?
Not really.
Well, I mean, he's repurposed those things.
I mean, I'm impressed that he would think of this and do it. But
how many hubcaps can you realistically carry along with you on a bike ride? 2, the most.
Yeah. I mean, some effort went into this, but I can't imagine hanging this wreath anywhere.
I think it's too big. He put it on the outside of his house. People are wondering if maybe Target didn't think things all the way through when they came up with this ad display for pistachios featuring the Grinch. It says green and salty, just like my nuts.
Bolo troll. That's real? That's incredible.
I don't know. I mean, it's
green and salty.
I don't want to know. I'm
like
sure it's
nuts.
AI. God, AI has just affected everything. It's ruined the year.
Green and salty, just like my nuts.
I saw this the other day. Murph, you're going to like this. Let's give it up for the NFL in the 1980s. This is when players are where you have the meeting point. I forget what that is in geometric terms.
Apex.
It's like a meeting point where two things are at their
Convergence? I don't know.
Two things are at their highest point. There's
I didn't get Drake.
the size of the players. Now they're bigger now, but the size of the players meets the concerns for safety being at their most lax. Like there are no concerns.
That penalty has him very close to the goal line.
Watch Eric Hipple.
Eric on the rollout.
Oh
man!
Eric Hipple.
He knocked out of his helmet.
By Scott Brantley, and he's hurt.
Oh my God!
Looking from the end zone, Tampa had this played perfectly. You can see that they stayed back, inviting him to run. Hipple had nothing left to do. Watch 52. What contact? That's Scott Brantley. Known
Jackson
for his
Dart
ferocious
got
hitting, and
blown
that
up
time
a couple
he gave
of weeks
shoulder
ago by
and
the
a head.
Patriots, but
Right to the head.
not
Hipple
like that.
knocked his helmet off. Let's look at that
be-
from another angle. Hipple trying to get a receiver open, but he sees that he can't. He has to run the ball, but I don't think he saw Brantley coming. Watch this.
Yeah, I don't know that he's trying to get out of bounds there.
I don't know that it's an illegal hit. It certainly wasn't then.
And here's the thing, Andy. He probably in 15 minutes goes back in the game. Back
Oh
there.
yeah. You know he goes back in the game. There's no penalty. Clearly, there wasn't any uproar about we got to make sure we take care of these quarterbacks better. But that was the game then. Right? I mean, the players are, they're bigger and faster than they were in the 70s. But the rules have not changed by that point.
Right.
So you watch those highlights of the NFL in the 80s, and you're like, some of these guys now are in wheelchairs. And they
not long ago,
cannot remember their names.
ESPN had that segment. He got jacked up, and it was just.
I bet you that was in there.
devastating hits.
Yeah, that would have been in there. Good God, that was Scott Bradley. I'd never heard of that player before. It was if that's Kenny Easley or Ronnie Lott or something, you're like, oh God, he got hit.
Yeah.
But this is just a regular dude for the Buccaneers that let. Poor Eric Hipple. In Indonesia, a man is being paid to sleep for 9 hours a day inside a moving vehicle. Here
This guy's a genius.
He's sleeping on a Domi mattress, and it's an ad for the mattress company that wants people to see just how comfortable their products are. And I mean, what a great demonstration.
Gee, this
Domi mattress is so comfortable. This guy can sleep. As I drive all around, where is it, Jakarta or some crazy, busy, loud third world street?
Man, as long as he doesn't start playing with himself in his sleep or something like that. It's a really good idea.
Yeah, if there's morning wood for that guy when he wakes up, that's a problem because everybody sees it. It's glass on all sides.
Like, that's not a traffic cone.
Meanwhile, last Sunday at church, someone should have prayed for auto-tune. Why you have monitors on the stage? You got to bail on the 3-part harmony there, and it sounded like that. Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll end. Speaking of singing, we'll end with this. German singer Anna Maria Hefele stunned the world with a viral video showcasing polyphonic overtone singing. What's that, you would ask? Well, it's a vocal technique that lets her sing 2 notes at once. By skillfully shaping her mouth, tongue, and throat, she amplifies harmonics above a bass pitch, producing a clear, flute-like tone on top of her voice. Here she goes.
I don't need the album, and I hope to never be at a concert, but that's really impressive.
I bet it sounds good in the bathroom, where you get the echo going on in the shower or in the toilet or something. I don't know if I could take too much of that. It's like a really rich
right
chocolate,
there,
but it's impressive. Yeah, it's kind of cool. That's your more, everybody.
Oh, nicely done, Andy. Thank you. Speakpipe.com/Murph_Andy. That's where you go leave a rant of what's bugging you. It's easy to do. Just go to that address, speakpipe.com/Murph_Andy. We'll have some of the best Friday when we are at the Boulder Tap in Ankeny. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Mr. Movie.
It's time to go to the movies with Mr. Movie, Mike Woody, presented by P&P Small Engines.
Hey, Mr. Movie.
Do you think anybody has left listening after that lady singing?
We hope so. Let me look. Yeah, they're still here.
Well, they know you're coming up.
Yeah,
so
they're waiting for they're waiting for the Mr. Movie magic.
Oh man, hold on, I gotta look. I think I put that away this morning.
Well, do your best, Mr. Movie. What's going on at P&P Small Engines? Who they're always good to you, even though you're constantly taking shots at the owner.
I am not taking shots. The guy. I love the guy.
Well, that's what you do. That's how brothers act.
There you go. So, you know what? They are probably. I kind of laid off them this week because I'm imagining that they are just a little busy right now with the holiday next week and people out and saying, "Well, maybe she needs a blower." I don't know. So
probably restocking their snow blowers. I'm sure they probably sold out earlier this month.
So they got rid of some.
Our out-of-the-box topic, not surprisingly, many people expected this from us, is our favorite Rob Reiner movie. He was more than just a director. He, of course, first came on scene and was known to most people that are old enough as Meathead on All in the Family, acted in many movies, but really left an impact that won't go away as a director and had an incredible run at one point of 6 or 7 movies in a row, several of them considered classics of their genre, and none of them very much alike. I mean, the same guy that did Misery did Princess Bride. The guy who did A Few Good Men also did Spinal Tap and The Sure Thing. Stand By Me, which is one of the great coming-of-age movies ever made. So let's listen to Jerry... Sorry?
It's a great loss.
It is, and just
huge loss.
And it's just this isn't a time or place to get into the circumstances, but just so horrific to think about and read about, and just an awful story of how this came about. So we'll pay a little tribute to Rob Reiner's life as an artist here, and this is Jerry Seinfeld on Rob Reiner. Do I have video of this, AD, or were
no? It's a tweet. Yeah.
Okay.
He put it out there, but Jerry Seinfeld. So there's been an outpouring from the people of all walks on how important Rob Reiner was to them and his connection to just about everybody. But to hear stuff like this from somebody like Jerry Seinfeld, I mean, this gives you a really good reminder of the magnitude of Rob Reiner. Jerry Seinfeld said, next to Larry David and George Shapiro, Rob Reiner had the biggest influence on my career. Our show would have never happened without him. He saw something no one else could. When nobody at the network liked the early episodes, he saved us from cancellation. That I was working with Carl Reiner's son, who happened to be one of the kindest people in show business, seemed unreal. I was naive at the time to how much his passion for us meant. Rob and Michelle married right as our show was starting, and they became an imprint for me of how it's supposed to work, each one broadening the other. Their death together is impossibly sad.
It is. That is well said. So as we look at this canon of movies, and there's several I considered as my favorite, but I picked one that is in my top 5 movies of all time. It's A Few Good Men.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
This is many things. It's a story about ethical behavior, responsibility, power. It's a great courtroom drama. It has terrific dialogue written by Aaron Sorkin. Performances, everybody's at his or her best in this movie. I've watched this many times, and it's known for its Sorkin's dialogue, but the guy behind the camera has to know the beats and when to cut and when to zoom in and when to go wide, and it's just a masterfully made movie.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's one of those movies that if it's on, you just stop and you watch it till you get to that final scene, because it's such a powerful scene. And it's just, you just kind of, your skin crawls to think of how great that scene was and the horrible thing that happened to these people.
Yeah. Yes, and there are a lot of stories, that have come out about the way this movie was put together, and Kevin Pollak doing Jack Nicholson's part up on the stand as Tom Cruise is doing his part in that courtroom exchange, and the way that Rob Reiner had to kind of finesse this, right? I mean, he's kind of a ringmaster, right, with some of the biggest personalities in the world, this incredible script. And he has got to coordinate all of those, and that could make a giant mess, right, with the wrong guy in charge there. But Jack Nicholson has had this Hall of Fame, incredible, untouchable career already.
Right.
Rob Reiner in that movie, I don't think I'm overstepping here in saying that he gets the most iconic performance out of Jack Nicholson in that movie.
Certainly, yeah.
Seriously, really.
It's the one that resonates with the most people. It's certainly in the pop culture. It has made the deepest impact in culture. I'm sure somebody like Mike might argue for McMurphy and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or The Shining, but for cultural impact, You Can't Handle the Truth is one of the most famous lines that's ever been said.
Just a great film.
Andy, what are you going with?
So Rob Reiner is an actor up to this point, right? And he is, he steps into this all new genre. He has again got an incredible crew with him, a cast with him, but they're all they're not real well known at this point. He steps into a script and he puts together, and he delivers. This is Spinal Tap, one of the most quotable movies ever.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
So
that is constantly quoted.
This whole new genre of a mockumentary,
right?
And it's Christopher Guest and Harry Shearer and Michael McKean and these guys that end up doing a whole long list of movies like this. But it starts with Spinal Tap, and it's kind of hard to remember the context here, but there have been a bunch of rockumentaries up to this point, right? From Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and all these different bands, and they're all real serious. And they take themselves very seriously. And he comes in with This is Spinal Tap, and it was so good that people thought this was a real band, and I think they did just go ahead and release the album.
Yeah,
did all the glove the Spinal Tap soundtrack, but it's full versions of all the songs. It's
what is it? Something like that's really beautiful. What are you playing there? It's called "Love My Lump Bump."
Lick My Love Bump. Yeah. It's in D.
I haven't seen the sequel yet, but it's on HBO right now, so I need to watch that.
It's really good. You'll like it.
I'm sure I will. All right, Mr. Movie, what do you have?
You know what? When Sue was pregnant, we had to go to a Lamaze class, as we all do. We get to the Lamaze class. Let's just say it wasn't a pretty group. There was one other couple that looked somewhat normal. Ended up being Roger and Amy Knapp. So the former tennis coach at Drake. And so we all decided we were going to go out and see a movie together. And we found this movie called When Harry Met Sally. And we went to this movie and we laughed so darn hard. And it's just, it's still to this day is such a great memory of one of, a time with a guy that is not long for the planet. We didn't know that at the time, but we had so much fun with this. And if you remember the wagon wheel table in here,
the argument, yeah,
we went to Roger and Amy's house. They had that table.
The wagon wheel table.
The stupid wagon wheel.
This Roy
Rogers garage sale coffee table.
Yeah. I think Nora Ephron wrote this, and it's based on the premise of if you're friends, if a man and a woman are friends and they have sex, it ruins the friendship. So this man and woman are friends. They decide and vow to not have sex. They eventually do, and then it does ruin the friendship. But what I've enjoyed reading this week, and I'm sure you've seen it too, is Reiner changed the ending because he fell in love and married the woman, unfortunately, who was murdered along with him.
Michelle.
Michelle. He changed the ending. He changed it to a hopeful ending because she gave him hope. Because the original ending has them walking in opposite directions.
Yeah.
And because that's the way he felt about love.
Yeah, that would have ruined the movie.
And having the real couples telling a little bit of their story throughout that. I mean, it's such a wonderful movie. It can be very difficult to watch if you're somebody that's, can't seem to find the right person, and, you're kind of going through all the emotions with both of these two, and then they ultimately end up together and you want that. Or it can be just something reaffirming your belief in how you found your right person. But I watched it a couple of weeks ago, and for the first time in years, and there's certain parts of it that are dated, but it's still absolutely still hits.
Well, and Reiner's mom steals the movie.
Yeah, I'll have what she's having.
With the line in the diner.
It's great. AD, let's go to your choice.
Yeah, I went with one that I've chosen a couple of times from this segment, but it's The American President. It's not just a wonderful movie with a great cast, which it absolutely is. It also essentially serves as the pilot to The West Wing. Aaron Sorkin wrote this movie. Martin Sheen is the chief of staff in this movie. He becomes the president in The West Wing, and The West Wing is my favorite TV show ever. So it's like this partner with my favorite TV show. But this movie is awesome, with Michael Douglas as the president, Richard Dreyfuss as his opponent. It's a great cast and a great movie.
So just think of what's been left out here. Misery, The Sure Thing.
Stand by Me was hard to leave out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's
Princess Bride.
Yeah,
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a classic. All right, so let's move it along here to reviews. Mike, did you see anything this past weekend? There's not a lot out.
Keith, I've looked into the future.
Oh.
I don't have to wait anymore.
That's right. I forget who I'm talking to.
I will tell you guys, check it out. There's these mystery movies that the Fridley Theater is doing. I don't know all of them or if it's just the Palms, but we went the other night and it was the Neil Diamond movie. And we can talk about that movie today.
Song Sung Blue with Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's a true life story about these two people that get together and they create this tribute to Neil Diamond. And it's, again, it's a true story. Hugh Jackman, I'm telling you, that guy can sing, which we kind of knew anyway.
He's really talented.
And, Kate Hudson, we knew she could sing too. So the story is fabulous. It's not necessarily a happy story, but it's really, really well done and one of the better movies I've seen all year. It's a solid B+, and probably I'm cutting it a little short there. It might be higher than that.
You bet your balls it's Neil Diamond. All right, what else you see?
I saw David, which is an animated film from the Angel Studios folks. So it's going to have some kind of a religious bent to it.
We know the David that.
We know that.
Yeah. Okay.
I kind of went in without a whole lot of knowledge. I honestly told you I haven't read the book of David. I don't have to now because I saw the movie. But it's a long movie, but it is a phenomenal animated movie. They do such a good job with the animation and the storytelling. I just sat there in the theater and thinking, this is a really, really good movie that the kids will enjoy, but their parents are probably going to like it more.
Okay.
Another B+.
Another B+. All right. What else?
And finally, I overstepped.
Okay.
I went to see Ella McKay, which is a James L. Brooks film. It's got a lot of people in it, This movie is an absolute miserable mess. I sat there. I was at the Fleur for an afternoon show, so there's not a crowd. As a matter of fact, there wasn't another person in the theater. And I sat there, and it was all I could do to not get up and walk out. But I wanted to see if it got better, and it didn't. It's just a complete mess.
Yeah, I decided not to spoil a couple of pre-reads I had done on this, but it was from shocked movie critics because they couldn't believe James L. Brooks had made something with this many unlikable, uninteresting characters in a movie this bad, basically was what the reviews were saying. It sounds like you agree with it.
It's a solid F. How's that?
Dang.
A Brooks film, an F?
Wow.
Ugh. Yeah.
What we got a surprise you're going to love here in just a minute, Mr. Movie, but what's opening this weekend?
We've got the Song Sung Blue, which will open this weekend, and we've got David. So those two movies, which were solid B+, if not more, I'd make sure that both of those are on your list.
And then the Christmas onslaught. But Mr. Movie, you're going to want to go check out the Iowa Wild because Saturday, December 27th, it's Christmas vacation night. Christmas vacation t-shirt giveaway, 2 for 1 on delicious Confluence beers and a post-game concert. That is all. You just go to the Iowa Wild game. You don't even worry about the hockey. You're just there to celebrate the wonderful, hilarious Christmas vacation.
Keith, here's the deal, and I apologize for not turning in a vacation request, but I'll be in Phoenix.
Oh, this sounds intentional.
And I think telling Sue that we have to come back a day early so we could see this, that's fly at my house.
All right. Well, enjoy the movies and Merry Christmas, Mr. Movie.
The same to you guys.
All right. Thank you. Mike apparently is not headed to that. Time for Throwdowns. We'll make it quick.
Throwdowns. It's Throwdowns. Backed by Heartland Tire and Auto.
Heartland Tire and Auto brings us Throwdowns each and every show. Authorized dealer of both Firestone and Bridgestone tires. Murph, for the third week in a row, the Iowa men are just outside the AP Top 25 this week, effectively ranked 27th. Should Iowa fans feel snubbed by the voters?
No, we don't know enough yet. A new coach, basically Drake's starting lineup from last year, and went to Michigan State and got destroyed, played really well at Iowa State. So I think you can feel potential, but I feel like that's about the right spot here. Let's see what happens in the next month.
I agree with that completely. I mean, just kind of outside looking in. I mean, I like it if I'm an Iowa fan because the motivation is definitely still there. But, yeah, I mean, you can tell that this team is kind of right on the edge, and that's literally where they are at the AP poll.
Andy, Friday we get Alabama, Oklahoma. Saturday it's Miami, A&M, Ole Miss, Tulane, and Oregon, James Madison. What's the best first-round CFP game?
I honestly, I think I'm the most. I hate to even say this, but I think it's Alabama, Oklahoma. I guess I mean, just the big names there. Kind of want to see who survives out of this game. I looking forward to one of them getting knocked out. How about that?
Yeah, it's Alabama, Oklahoma. Can you imagine how much different this question would be if it was Oregon, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
But Andy wants the Cinderellas.
All right, Murph. My sister-in-law's friend ran into actor Sean Astin this week. When I say Sean Astin, what's the first movie you think of?
Rudy.
I think I'm still Goonies, I guess. Yeah. I think.
My wife's family's all Lord of the Rings, I'm Rudy.
I definitely think of that also, but I mean, those movies came before Lord of the Rings, so I was planted in my brain before that.
Sneaky good career from Sean Astin.
Yeah.
That's
and he looked friendly in the photo.
Yeah.
Anyway, Iowa Everywhere has shows at all times and days. Two Guys with Chris and Chris is coming up live tonight at 8. Now, the 8 Iowa time, or is Hassel... Is he stuck in his Eastern time brain right now? AD, it's 8 p.m.
He's
here.
always
right?
stuck in that brain. Yeah. It's like you have to.
But see, now I'm questioning myself because 8 here would be 9 in Florida, and at that time, Chris is into the milk and cookies and preparing for bed.
I don't think he's into the milk and cookies these days. He's into the old fashions, so he'll be okay.
He told me tonight at 8. So Two Guys.
I think it's 8 o'clock Central.
Wow. Okay. He's staying up really. That's late for him.
He usually does not do the math, though. I mean, he just insists that you're the one that makes the conversion in the time zone, and he didn't do it.
AD, how many times when we booked guests on the radio show did that bite us? Even despite like putting in bold Iowa time or New York time or wherever they were.
I'd be running like the Sports Fanatics and get a call an hour late. Hey, this is.
I thought you said 3 o'clock.
So.
Yeah.
Brutal.
All right, now the Andrew Downs audio drop of the day. We call it the AD Squared.
Powered by Game Day Men's Health, just a couple of weeks before 2026. Get your New Year's resolutions in now. Game Day Men's Health can help you. Ankeny, West Des Moines, North Liberty, wherever you are. If there's a game day near you. College football coaching is in its Wild West era. And speaking of our buddy Chris Hassel, he illustrated that on CBS.
All right, boys, bring it in. Hey, it's been the time of my life with you guys. We get to the playoff. Huh? What a blessing you guys have been to me, which is why I wanted you to be the very first to know that I'm actually going to be leaving you. I had accepted the tech job last night, but then State called this morning and the offer was a little bit better. Oh, actually, Tech just came back with an even better offer, so I might be going there now. And their jet is sicker anyway. Thing is, the offer's only good for the next 20 minutes, so I've got to go ASAP. I'm going to need your cleats and your playbooks. That was part of the deal. Coach Tim, why don't you go ahead and grab that bag of balls loaded on the plane? That's Tech's property now. Oh, time's up. Look, you guys are great. Give them hell in the playoff, huh? Unless you want to play for me next year at Tech, then you need to come with me right now.
It's funny because it's true. It's funny because it's true. God, what a world. I hadn't seen that yet. Thank you, AD. Quickie poll results presented by WCI Pools and Spas.
Do you feel more or less connected to your favorite college teams than you did 5 years ago? 38% say they feel the same, 36% say they feel less, and 26% say they feel more connected.
Yeah, 5 years is about where the unlimited transfer and NIL just changed everything. But I think that's a pretty positive result there, considering how chaotic it is. It seems like most people haven't changed their opinion.
It probably depends on what your life situation has been like over the last 5 years. We've all got kind of the peaks of our fandom and the valleys, but yeah.
Also, if you're donating to the NIL collective, you may feel more connected to your part of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Our friends at Circa have an announcement here. Between now and December 22nd, you can win your share of $100,000 from Derek's wallet. It's essentially a $100 wager gets you one share of the promo cash, $500 wager gets you 2 shares, and you can check this all out with the new and improved Circa Sports app. Win Derek's wallet. Thank you for being part of Murph and Andy here on a Wednesday. Keep the good times rolling, and it's easy. Like, subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We're back Friday live at Boulder Tap House in Ankeny. Join us if you can. Stop by. Andy has already announced that everyone has next week off. Get the weekend started early. Boulder Tap House, Friday at 1.